the team.
Alright guys, UFC 243 is coming at us this weekend, and in the main event, we're going to have the long-awaited return of current middleweight champion Robert Whittaker taking on the current interim middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. Both guys are coming off really grueling fights. Robert Whittaker coming off a 5-round war to Yoel Romero.
I remember that fight. So long ago, but I remember it.
Both fighters showed a lot of heart in that fight. Yoel Romero had Whittaker in a lot of trouble on a few occasions on that fight, but Robert Whittaker, being as tough as he is, came through, earned a decision victory in that one. Was scheduled to fight Kelvin Gastelum, but sustained a herniated disc that kept him out of action for a long time. And in the interim, Kelvin Gastelum would go on to fight Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya, a fast rising star in the UFC right now, came off a big win to MMA legend Anderson Silva, then went on to get the decision victory over Kelvin Gastelum in what I'm calling fight of the year.
That one was really good.
That was the toughest fight Adesanya has had so far, but like I said, he came through, and he is now the interim middleweight champion, looking to unify the belts and become the undisputed middleweight champion. Kelvin Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya, my current pick for fight of the year. This one could easily take that spot.
Well, it's going to be tough for the Kelvin Gastelum and Israel Adesanya. That set the bar really high.
Yeah.
That fight was incredible. I mean, you saw both guys' hearts in that fight. My God, now that's going to be a pretty tough task.
Well, Robert Whittaker has no shortage of heart.
That is true.
And no shortage of power either. He's going to bring a lot to Israel Adesanya that no other opponent has. All right, getting into the stats, we have Robert Whittaker coming in at 6 feet tall with a 73.5-inch reach and a 43-inch leg reach. We have Israel Adesanya coming in at 6'4" with an 80-inch reach and a 44.5-inch leg reach. Israel Adesanya taking a significant height and reach advantage in this fight. He really knows how to use his reach, and he's definitely going to need it against Robert Whittaker.
Damn right.
Getting into their styles and attributes, Robert Whittaker is a striker and an absolute powerhouse. Has really heavy hands, really explosive. He likes to keep his distance from his opponents, wait for his openings, then dart in. He has really good front kicks. He has a really sneaky, powerful right head kick that he's put a number of opponents out with. He's also a finisher. Once he stuns his opponents, he's all over them. And like I said, he's heavy-handed. 9 times out of 10, he's going to get that finish.
Unless his name is Yoel Romero, then it's going to decision.
Oh, yeah. Israel Adesanya is also a striker, and he's an absolute sniper. He's a long, rangy fighter with an extensive kickboxing background. Really good with his hands, really good at the straight forward punches, really fast and precise, really good with his kicks as well. Really good leg kicks, really good front kicks, and really good head kicks. He's also very creative in there. He likes to attack at different angles, likes to mix it up, and just like Robert Whittaker, he has really good takedown defense. All right, now getting into the fight itself. This by far has been the toughest fight for me to predict. Israel Adesanya had his toughest fight against Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin Gastelum was able to tag Israel Adesanya a lot more than any of his past opponents have.
Well, he pressured him a lot more than any of his opponents.
Exactly.
Kevin Gastelum just stayed on him like white on rice.
Looking back at the fight, a lot of fans are doubting Israel Adesanya in this one, saying that if Kelvin Gastelum was able to hit him that much and hit him with that much power, Robert Whittaker is going to run right through him. Robert Whittaker himself is saying that he's a much more powerful, much more faster version of Kelvin Gastelum.
Well, I like to say I look like John Stamos, but that, I mean, that, or Chris Cornell, but that ain't always, I'm joking. Sometimes I like to say funny stuff like that, but I don't think he's faster than Kevin. It's been such a long time since I've seen Robert Whittaker fight, but I don't think he's faster than Kevin Gastelum.
Well, he is fast, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
And, I hate to be the one to disagree with somebody like Robert Whittaker, but yeah, I don't see it either. Their styles are much different. Going back to our breakdown of Gastelum versus Adesanya, I predicted that Gastelum would be able to hit Adesanya because of the head movement and the angles that he comes in at. Israel Adesanya wasn't used to a fighter like that. He had never fought anybody like that. Kelvin Gastelum also has really good footwork that he's able to cut angles with as he's working his way into the pocket. Robert Whittaker, again, while he is fast, he is powerful, everything he throws is in a straight line. All of his attacks are very linear. What he likes to do is keep his distance from his opponent, look for his openings, and he likes to dart in. He keeps his hands really low, which in my opinion could give him trouble, especially if Israel Adesanya is going to come in with those front kicks.
That or the longo arms.
He's going to have to keep himself pretty far from Adesanya, considering Adesanya's significant reach. The thing is, he has so much more power than anybody Israel Adesanya has ever faced. And if he does tag Israel Adesanya, he could be the one to put him out.
Israel got rocked during the Gastelum fight, so yeah. I mean, It is possible.
And that's another thing I'm looking at, going back to that Gastelum and Adesanya fight. Calvin Gastelum, again, he had a significant reach disadvantage in that fight. And he's also a lot shorter than really anybody in the middleweight division. But he was able to dart in and catch Israel Adesanya on a number of occasions. He did throw a lot of hooks, Robert Whittaker style at Adesanya, and didn't really catch Adesanya with many of them. But what he did catch him with was those straight jabs. And again, Gastelum, for as small as he is in the middleweight division, is powerful, and he did stun Israel Adesanya. That may be something Robert Whittaker is going to be looking to do in this fight, rather than coming in with those hooks. If he darts in with those straight punches, even a jab, in my opinion, he has a lot more power than Calvin Gastelum, a lot more size behind his punches. Israel Adesanya did show that he's hittable, and if he tags him, he may stun him, and he may look to put him away. Israel Adesanya, not only in the Calvin Gastelum fight, but also in the Anderson Silva fight, did show that he's really good at timing his opponent's attacks, and when put under pressure, he's really good at backing away. Another thing he's good at is throwing those front kicks. He uses those front kicks, or even question mark kicks, to keep his distance. One thing we saw in the Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero fights, especially the first fight, was that Yoel Romero was able to tag Robert Whittaker quite a bit using those front oblique kicks. That could be key in keeping Robert Whittaker at the range that he wants him at and fighting from the outside. What do you see going into this one?
This was a tough one for me. And usually if it's too tough, I kind of just take the easy way out and just go with my gut.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't failed me not once. Not once has it failed me.
But no, seriously, I got Adesanya. First round. That's what I'm predicting.
So, well, my gut again, and I'm saying Whittaker's going to get the W.
Whittaker's going to get it.
For me, yeah, Whittaker's going to get
I will say this. Whittaker has the power to end it at any moment. If he hits Adesanya with any of the punches that Gastelum was able to hit Adesanya with, he's more likely to put him away than Calvin Gastelum was. The thing is, while Calvin Gastelum was able to use angles and throw Israel Adesanya off of his game, Robert Whittaker, all of his attacks are head on. As good as Israel Adesanya is at timing, I think he's going to be able to see Robert Whittaker's attacks coming. On top of that, Robert Whittaker is a bit slower than Calvin Gastelum.
Oh, now you say it.
So that's going to make it a little easier for Adesanya to anticipate the attacks coming.
Oh, Robert Whittaker doesn't see it that way, buddy. Thinks he's faster than Kevin Gastelum.
Seeing the way he springs forward at his opponents and seeing how much less speed he has than Calvin Gastelum, I'm predicting that Israel Adesanya is going to be able to time him and counter each time he comes forward. I also think he's going to be able to keep Robert Whittaker at his range and strike him from the outside. Israel Adesanya doesn't have the same power as Robert Whittaker, but he does have power. He did stun Calvin Gastelum in their fight.
He did.
And like I said, he's really precise with his attacks. Robert Whittaker does tend to get a bit sloppy in there, and he relies a lot on his explosiveness. I just don't think that explosiveness alone is going to be able to beat Adesanya in this one. To me, Adesanya is just too calculated of a fighter and too technical. I think he's going to come on top with a decision victory in this one.
We'll see, hopefully.
Yeah.
For your sake. Because I got Whittaker for the W.
All right, guys, we're really looking forward to this fight. Robert Whittaker has been out for too long. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get it done and defend his belt in this one. But either way, I could be wrong. And I'm really looking forward to a good fight in this one.
He's looking forward to the fight. I'm looking forward to just being right.
Do you think that you and Israel Adesanya will sort of be another war, another massive war in your career?
There won't be a war.
What?
Not with me and him. It's going to be short and sweet, brother. Trust me.
You think it'll be a little bit more one-sided?
I guarantee you.